Welcome to your Optavia LifeBook audio channel. My name is Christy Baker, and I'm so excited to be able to bring you this incredible resource for your journey with Optavia. So we're going to be diving into Element 12, Part 2, starting on page 235 today. Before we get started, if you could just do me a small favor and click the like button and subscribe. That will help you know when the next video is coming out and really support this channel. I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and get started today. A quick recap. On our last video, we talked about kind of the why behind what we're doing. So why is it that we can't have fruit in the weight loss phase? Dr. A explains it very well. Today, we're going to be diving into no or reduce exercise during the first 3 weeks of phase 1. Here is the why so you understand what we're doing. Here we go. How can eliminating or reducing the amount of exercise I do be a good thing as I start on this journey? The habits of healthy motion are a key macro habit in our system. It's one of those big rocks that we will be putting in the mason jar in the coming elements. It's much like the fruit guideline in that it's all about the timing. When we switch your body over to a fat-burning state, it is important to optimize your conditions for success. Your body is switching fuel sources, and it's not accustomed to using fat as its main energy source. Over a period of weeks, it will make that adjustment, and we will add more activity to increase your motion. And since we are dropping your daily calorie intake, if we do not go slow, there is a chance that you will become hypoglycemic, which means low blood sugar, and not feel very well. In addition, if you create this state, your body releases hormones such as cortisol and epinephrine, which actually slow down your weight loss. If you have a great deal of weight to lose, a sudden increase in exercise places a high level of stress on your muscular skeletal system. Instead of risking injury, we would encourage you to wait until you have lost weight and have begun to improve your stamina. Remember, our fuelings are providing the primary means of you losing weight in phase 1. In phase 2 and beyond, the progressive motion and exercise will become a primary component in helping you maintain a healthy weight and optimizing your health and well-being. So let's look at where you are in terms of your current activity level as you start the weight loss phase. You're currently in minimal activity. In your case, you're probably excited that you're going to be starting to lose weight and your unhealthy fat without any initial need to increase your activity. In Dr. A's Habits of Health Part 2.2 and 2.3, we explain that our Phase 1 program focuses on the quantity and the quality of the food you eat to put you into a fat-burning state. Your work will start in earnest after the first 3 weeks, when we will increase your activity in baby steps outlined in our system. As your weight has decreased, I'm sure that you're feeling much better. Perhaps you've started adding more activity, such as using the stairs instead of the elevator, or taking the dog for a walk. If you've been in phase 1 for a while, you may have started learning my progressive movement systems for sustainable exercise, as outlined in Dr. A's Habits of Health Parts 2.9 through 2.12 and elements 17 and 18. Whatever your current level of physical ability, my plan is designed to give you an easy entry into the world of fitness. You've been hearing me talk all about the relatively minor role of exercise that it plays in weight loss. Well, that's true in the beginning of phase 1, but increasing your activity level becomes very important as you move from phase 1 to phase 2 and beyond. After the first 3 weeks of phase 1, your body is ready for increased motion. You're lighter, you have more confidence, you're feeling physically healthier, and you have the right motivation. And you're in the process of installing and are in better command of your habits of health transformational system. My NEAT and EAT plans for physical movement are doable and designed to fit your current level of health and fitness. Over time, these systems will put you on track for long-term success. A few years back, I spoke to a group of women at a local gym. They were all interested in reaching a healthier weight. As I explained how we would accomplish this, they became noticeably anxious when I mentioned to them that we would want them to cut back their exercise for 3 weeks to mostly stretching and limited exercise that did not make them sweat. I asked them how long they had been at the gym, and on average, they had been there about 2 years. I asked them how long ago they had started and how much weight they had lost. Most of them had only lost a few pounds, but had put the weight back on. I first congratulated them on their success at establishing one of the habits of healthy motion, exercise, like the acronym is EAT, which we will discuss in the motion element ahead. I then explained how it is virtually impossible to lose weight consistently with exercise alone without diet modification. In fact, when women work out, they experience what's called compensation, a state when you become so hungry that you have a tendency to eat more to make up for the calorie deficit. This explains why, despite their diligence, they were not losing weight as desired. I then asked if they would follow my guidelines if I promised that they would see results, such as seeing the contours of their hard-earned muscles that were currently hidden by fat in as little as 3 weeks. They were more than pleased, and after 3 weeks or so had passed, we started progressing them back towards more activity. As they slowly worked back to a full workout, I suggested that they sandwich a fueling on either side of the workout. I recommended a shake before and a bar with a glass of water after the workout, especially as the body adjusts. In this group of moderate activity, we also taught them how to increase their activity throughout their day and not just when they were at the gym. If you are in this group, the same rules apply as above. You will want to cut your exercise in half or more until your body acclimates. If you're training for a marathon or an extreme games event, you should probably wait until after the event before going on our lowest calorie program. You can work with your coach to increase your calories by adding additional lean and green fuelings. Also, like the above group, it's important to sandwich a fueling on either side of the workout, especially in the beginning or if the workout is intense, to avoid low blood sugar post-workout. If you are serious about not just losing fat but gaining muscle, it will be worthwhile to talk to a trainer who can explain the value of selective protein usage, such as branched-chain amino acids. Make sure that you are adding the other habits of healthy motion so that you're working on your cardiovascular endurance and flexibility as well. In summary, if you are inactive when you start the program, we'll begin increasing your motion as you start to feel better, lose weight, and are feeling more energized. This will help you learn the habits of motion which are critical to sustaining long-term weight control and optimal health and well-being. If you are currently active, just cut it back until we get you into a solid fat burn state and your body is acclimated. You can then slowly work yourself back to active at the rate that allows you to thrive. For you hardcore enthusiasts that are into significant, intense activity, move at a pace that allows your body to adjust so that you lose the unhealthy fat and expose your underlying physique at a pace that is safe and effective. Here's a moment to reflect on some of this information that we've gone through. Number 1, what is your current level of activity? Please take a moment and text yourself so you can remember to share this with your coach this week. In your first 3 weeks of adjustment, what are you going to do? After the first 3 weeks of adjustment, write down how you are going to increase your activity. We're going to end today on page 239. Thank you so much for joining me, and subscribe so you know when the next video is coming out. Have a great day.